The Reliquarist. You stand at the foot of the Crownwood Mount. Your left hand clutches the cold metal railing that holds you within the Hive Dome. Beyond is an abyss of thin air. It falls away into endless choking clouds of scattered pesticides and fertilizer. Your right hand clutches the box. As you spot the hulking form of a landcrawler down in the mist, rendered ant-like by distance, you tighten your grip on the box for fear of letting it slip. You know well just how large that machine ought to be. You rode inside one on your pilgrimage to the Hive. You sat within the threshing chamber as grain was churned by blades more than equal your height. You prayed that the machine not lurch and send you headlong into those blades for all the 17-hour journey. Such a thing was truly the artifice of a lost past, an engine given entirely to the process of rending grasses into bales of food matter. So terrible must that past have been that such a device would also spew forth a chemical paste to both kill and nurture, a paste fueled by unwanted byproduct. Such mysteries are for the Martian priesthood alone to contemplate, and you chastise your laxity of discipline. A questioning servant is more dangerous than an ignorant heretic, you remind yourself. You turn on your heel and proceed along the Crownwood Mount, wrapping both arms about the box. This is your purpose. The ascent is a grand one, beginning as a small corridor and growing as more tributary tunnels feed into the burgeoning artery. In but a few steps, you become crowded by fellow devoted, crying hymns in uncomprehending rapture. To be on the Crownwood path is approximate enough to divinity for some, but not for you. You hold the box and know you are closer than any of them. As you were told, the tributaries feed towards the Crown's Pass. Ranks of servitors and tech thralls line the retro-built barricade. The only checkpoint from here to the palace. You must show faith as you pass. Fear denies faith, the man to your left chants, and so you banish fear. There is a small passage through the barrier, each end lowering and opening a portcullis, letting only a handful of faithful through at a time, like men in an airlock. You are pressed on all sides, made to smell the animal stink of too much unbathed humanity. You clutch the box to your breast. You pray again that you are not cast over end, to be trampled underfoot like the dying flagellant you pretend not to notice as you step over him. You and the man muttering, "Fear denies faith," over and over, are among the dozen or so now locked within the passage. To your left is a mesh-partitioned observation chamber. Within, a red-robed adept stands watching. At first, you would thought he held a telescope to his eye, but now you see the truth of it. He is a Martian. The telescope is melded to his head. At least, that is what it seems to be, until you feel your teeth vibrate and your joints ache. You pray that he not question the box, that he not steal away the relic, because you know you will die trying to protect it. You know you will die, because in his holster is a gun, and you have no weapon to speak of. An audible whine you hadn't yet noticed ceases, and the forward portcullis opens. Let upon the Crownwood Avenue your spirit soars. Hymns, true hymns, sung by choirs drift through the air from lesser parishes, parishes that would dwarf the frontier church of your home. At the doors of one such parish, a priest stands at the head of a mob, bearing plain cloth banners. You know the symbolism of that cult. Even to a wastelander like you, the fatal hallmarks of the cult of sacrifice are instantly recognizable. In this dark hour, the throne world demands more than ever before, the aged firebrand cries. It demands tithe in excess. It demands that even his most humble servants offer personal supplication. You notice that his mob carry an assortment of goods already. Holy icons, munitorum crates, gas canisters, air canisters, chem bottles, jewelry, and even sacks of grain. More of them still carry items out from the parish. Without interrupting his sermon, the priest raises up a mobile cogitator the size of your chest, and a sheaf of parchment extends from it. The new acquisitions added to a growing list. Glutted on plunder, the black-robed priest weans off his sermon, and his eyes alight over the crowd, hunting for more offerings. He will take your box, you realize, as his eyes meet yours. His people would kill you for it. His people would take it for themselves and pervert its history. You dive into an alley, then down another, and on until the hectoring cry of the cultists is a distant murmur. In any other city, any other place, this might risk your life. You pray that here, in the shadow of the Angel's Palace, there is protection for the faithful. You are lost amid the stone. It rises in short spires and towers, each competing like flowers for a glimpse of sunlight. Indeed, the sky is too bright for you to behold yet. Looking upward burns your eyes after a day spent in the gloom of the Hive Dome. Following a gentle incline in the cobbled floors, you trace a long path until the spires begin to link and the streets grow dark again. You look down at the box, at its beautifully carved faces of wood and plasteel edging. You cannot help but smile as you cradle the precious thing when a voice creaks out from a shadow.
"A penny to spare, good pilgrim,"
croaks a phlegmy voice. Turning, you see the creature mewling on the stones, kneeling as if it understood nobility. You know it is only right to hold hate for the mutant, and you steel your heart against the sin of pity. No, you reply flatly, scanning the greenish skin of the wretch. It is armored in scraps of bronze, a kilt of rotten fabric, its only conception of modesty. The mutant steps forward, easing out of its crouch, and the light catches the battered old pistol it holds behind its back. The buboes and pustules of its skin almost seem to glow as it gets closer. Your hands tighten around the box. You try to breathe. You see it, just a sliver between two spires. You see the palace. You are running through the refuse of 100 churches. Chants of exhortation drift from the rafters of one as you pass. The droning prayer blots out your fragile screams. You stumble. All your prayers not to be cast over end have failed in this moment. The God Emperor does not protect you. You crash across the flagstones, the domed corners of the Angel's Palace, witness to your approaching death. Had your legs not failed you for but a minute more, you might have been safe. You might have escaped this warren. Your hands reach for the box. Your nails chip and peel as you blindly tear at the cobbles. A kick wins you and sends you sprawling onto your back. It is the mutant, its bare feet bleeding, lips bitten and torn, every feature repulsively human but just somehow wrong. It holds the box. Its unclean hands are upon the box, and your soul cries out, but you can do nothing, for the air has been driven from your lungs. It looks at you, and you refuse to recognize an expression. The mutant raises its gun, and you believe you have betrayed your church in this failure, that you have delivered its most holy relic into the hands of the damned. You reach up as the gun passes over you, past you, and down the corridor at something you cannot see. All feeling leaves your body when, with a soft pop, the mutant's head explodes. Pus and blood spatter your grey robes and foul the dirty side street. You do not think to look for your saviour. All you can do is scrabble in the mutant's filth for the box. It is there, dented, but intact. Not a drop of filth upon it. You have witnessed a minor miracle, you are sure. Finally, your wits seize you, and you cast about for the miracle worker. You find only the whipping of a dark cape, as an ungainly figure slips up the nearest wall and beyond perception. Staggering from the dark eaves of the mountain sprawl, you re-enter the Crownwood Path at the foot of the Angel's Palace. The temple, believed by legend to have once been visited by the winged angel, Saint Sanguinius. You try to banish your fear, the adrenaline, to hold in faith that you have finally arrived, but your body does not abide. You cradle the box and limp to the side door, the entrance that High Cardinal Aneth had directed the Reliquarist to take. You are thankful for his wisdom, bloodied as you are. You may not have passed freely through the main gates. You take the steps one at a time, giddy with relief. A temple guard stands in the portico of the south transept. He is massive, beyond what you had until now thought within human dimensions. His burgundy robes are of fine stitching, and the bright metal of his armor marks him as a trusted warrior of the palace. Slung under one arm, he bears a bolt gun, a weapon as frightfully rare as they are deadly. His simple helmet renders him modest and marked by the holy Aquila. "I am the Reliquarist," you pant. When you raise the box to him, he nods approvingly. He turns, as if to open the door, but you are not let inside. He has drawn a pistol of some sort, put it to your chest, and fired. How a man so huge could move so quickly is beyond you, and as your pulped body crashes back down the steps, you lose the ability to ponder such things. The last part of your brain, one that clings limply to your faith, looks for the box through your eyes, and the part is somehow glad that the guard holds it. He hovers over you. He pulls out a tiny device that fits within his palm. From the device, a hooded shape cast in translucent green rises. "Goliath contains bones. Unmade issue," the guard says in a somehow soft baritone. The word means nothing to you, and for a moment you think you have lost the ability to comprehend language. "Interrogate bones," says the green figure. In some kind of compliance, the guard sets the box on the ground and stomps it. You cry out, but neither the guard nor the green one react. The guard picks the relic out from the splinters. You gurgle fanatically as this brute handles the golden fragment itself. Arcane sigils, surely divine, are caught in the dying light of the sun. "Goliath ticks, bones original." And as the two converse, you start to slip. At the end, you cannot fathom why a temple guard would betray the palace. What could a heretic even want with a shard of the Crimson King, Lord Sanguinius' armor? Your vision darkens, despite all your will to hang on, to hear something to tell the God Emperor when you reach his side. For all your effort, as reward for your suffering, you hear all you need and know it was good that you died. I, Inquisitor.